want to take a moment to briefly introduce yourself first and foremost?
Sure. Okay, so my name is Jaclyn. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a mom of 7, technically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the range in age from 27 all the way down to 1 years old.
Oh, wow, that's a range.
Yeah, it's a big range.
Yeah, definitely.
I work full-time at the fire department, but I'm currently on childcare leave with the baby until 2026.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's where the social media influencer came into play.
Oh, I see. Okay.
About a year ago, yeah.
Oh, okay. So what is your niche then as a social media influencer? What do you focus your content around?
Everything. So I'm a lifestyle creator. So anything that goes on in my life, anything with my kids, beauty, fashion, product collaborations, anything that you would use or do in your daily life, content that people can relate to, parent stuff, mom stuff, funny stuff, food, just a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything.
I think people
I'm the relatable mom.
Yeah, people really like things they can relate to, 100%. I think it makes people feel better, doesn't it? Cool.
Yes, it does.
So what platforms are you active on, and which is your favourite and why? So which ones do you have an account on, and do you have a favourite to post content on?
Yes. Okay, so I have Instagram, Facebook. I just started a TikTok like maybe 2 weeks ago, so I don't have a real following on there yet. Instagram is my favorite because that's where I have most of my followers and where I get most of my business from. Facebook recently, though, has become a bigger platform for me. I guess because I became a part of the Meta Dalitu Latino creators. So, yeah, so that opened up a lot more opportunities for me. So my Facebook following has gone way up. And
what is that community?
To monetize as well. Yeah.
What is it? Is it a Facebook group?
It's a group that was handpicked by Meta of Latin creators, Latin and Hispanic creators, just focusing on like the things that we do and the stuff that we create and why we create it. And it's just a nice group of creators, all coming together with Latin backgrounds and just kind of feeding off each other, learning from each other, and just trying to make a difference.
That's really cool. Is that a more recent thing then?
That was recently, yeah, because I started doing this a little over a year ago. And I want to say within the last 4 to 5 months, it's really taken off. So I've been to Instagram headquarters. I've been to Meta headquarters.
Oh, wow.
So I've been invited to certain events, and now I'm a part of their creator team. So, there's a lot of opportunities opening up for me now, which is really exciting and something that I never even thought would happen. And in such a short time, too.
Yeah. So when you started, was it something you thought you could, do on the side around your kids and stuff like that? Not thinking it would take off?
No, actually, it kind of fell on my lap.
Okay.
Instagram had actually contacted me, and they had a program that they were starting where they were paying people to make reels by how many views you get, which I thought was kind of weird because up until that point, I'd never made a reel before.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right, but I figured, okay, I'll try it. It's a little extra side income. I'll try it. So I started out basically with kid stuff, parenting stuff, funny things, and I noticed that people gravitated toward it, and a lot of stuff was going viral. A lot of comments, a lot of engagement, and then it started to be like, oh wow, people want to hear what I have to say, or they think I'm funny, or and it was kind of a good feeling. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna take this a little bit more seriously and actually put more effort into it and try to, make it something. And when I first said it to my family and friends, they're kind of laughed at me, you just can't be a social media influencer. It doesn't work like that. And I'm like, I get it, but you have to start somewhere. And the only way I know is to try. It may not work. Nothing may happen, but only way I'm going to know is if I try. So even though everybody laughed and was like, that's not going to happen, I tried anyway, and it did happen.
Yeah, exactly. You never know, do you, unless you try.
Exactly, unless you try.
Especially if it's something you enjoy.
It's really enjoyable, and the only person that can stop you from doing anything or reaching any of your goals is you.
Absolutely.
So I don't listen to anything anybody says. When they were all like, oh, that's not going to, this is a scam, or, whatever the case may be, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. If it fails, it fails. If not, then good for me. You know?
Exactly. So what made you want to start TikTok recently then?
So I've been getting a lot of brand collaborations, and a lot of the companies now, because TikTok is a very big platform now.
Yes, definitely.
So a lot of the companies have been asking me, "Oh, do you have a TikTok?" And I'm always like, "No," because I always thought like TikTok was like for the younger kids, and then two, I'm not a big fan of like public speaking and showing myself, and TikTok is like all videos and you kind of like but it was explained to me that you get more offers and more promotions and more deals if you have a TikTok account.
Yes.
So I said okay, and I did it to help my influencer business and just give myself more opportunities and space to grow.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely taken off recently as TikTok, but if I had to pick, I'd probably prefer Instagram over all of them as well.
Me too.
It is the best.
Instagram to me is like the original. It's the best, and you're gonna get seen there.
Yeah, and you can do a bit of everything on it, can't you?
Right, exactly. And there's multiple ways to make money on Instagram. I know there's multiple ways to make money on TikTok as well, but getting followers and views, I find, is a lot harder on that platform. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of going slow for me, and I'm putting more of my attention on Instagram and Facebook because those are my main, platforms.
Yeah. Have you ever considered a YouTube channel?
I have. I just right now I'm trying to like get a grasp of everything that's happening so quickly.
Yes.
I don't want to overwhelm myself. Yeah, because it's only been just over a year. So and all this has happened. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to just like get everything, get everything in order, and then I can add on other things. Yeah. Right now, I just want to kind of, keep going the way I'm going, not overwhelm myself, not take on more than I can handle, because it's still fairly new and I'm still learning.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, the goal is to keep growing, keep adding things, and keep finding ways to, reinvent myself and keep going with the changes and the trends, and because every day it's something new.
100%. Hard to keep up.
Yeah, so it is. So, and trying to do all that while being a mom and a wife. It's a lot. It's a lot. And
it is a big commitment.
I do all my own. Right. And I do all my own editing, I don't have any help. So all my content is taped by me, edited by me, shot by me. Everything is me. So it is time consuming,
Yeah, definitely. And you don't want to make it feel like too much of a chore either, do you?
Right. No, because I like it. When you like something, you want to do it. But if you overwhelm yourself, then it's not going to be, as fun.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Yeah, slow progress is definitely good progress. 100%.
I do see myself. If I could do this in 1 year, I'm imagining 5 years from now, this could be like something way bigger, and maybe people will actually know my name. You know?
Exactly. No limit at all.
Exactly.
So you said the next question is how long have you been an influencer for? But you said a year, didn't you? We've already covered that. So a year.
About 14 months. I started August of last year. So
just over a year.
Yeah.
Cool. So still fairly new.
Yes.
But
still learning.
Doing very well.
Right.
Definitely.
That's why I said I'm still learning. It's been a whirlwind. It's happened fast, but I'm still learning every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
So how did you become an influencer within your niche? So we touched on the fact that you got an email from Instagram. So as far as your niche goes then, did you just think, this is what I like posting content about, instead of thinking, what's the most popular niche? Or, how did you get into doing your niche? Is that just what felt natural to you?
Yes, because I noticed that people usually pick, one niche that's just like focused on, let's say, like beauty. So you're just doing makeup and beauty products and things like that. And then you have like, musicians and singers and just all kinds of things. I don't fall into one particular category. I'm a little bit of everything. So I felt like lifestyle was perfect for me, because everything I post is what happens in my life. Yeah. So there's no limit on, my audience, because since it's lifestyle, my audience ranges from 10-year-olds all the way up to like 50, 60-year-olds, because it's content basically for everybody. Yeah. Because like I said, I feature my kids, I feature funny stuff. There's product reviews about from toys to food to clothing to, So it makes it easier for me to gain an audience because I'm not just focused on one particular thing.
Yes, I was just about to say, do you think that helps you grow as an influencer?
Yes.
And you get more brand opportunities. And
yeah, because
like
being that it's lifestyle, every brand is willing to work with me because at some point you're going to use a certain item in your life.
Yeah, definitely.
So now, as opposed to if I would have chose beauty or food, then I'd only get beauty or food offers.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
the goal is to, be known, like, all around. So
Yes,
the only
definitely.
way to do that would be to pick lifestyle.
Yeah, so it's perfect because it's what you enjoy and what comes naturally. But it's also helping you grow as well.
Right, and it's easy to make content off of something that I'm already doing.
Yeah, because you just go about your life as normal, but just film
and then I just video what I think is.
Yeah.
Honestly, everything is content. Everything that happens in your life is content if you know how to make it content.
I know what you mean. Yeah, and like, oh, this would be a good content.
Right. Not too long ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I posted my 1-year-old decided to take a bath in pudding. At first, I was like, oh my God. But then I'm like, you know what? Let me get my phone.
Yeah.
Everything is content. And it went viral and it was hilarious. And everybody was like, oh my God, that's happened to me. It was relatable.
Yeah.
So things like that normally you'd get frustrated or maybe be like, really? It's just like, you know what? I'm going to film this because I know another mom can relate.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of comments saying, oh my God, I remember that stage, or this is what toddlers do. Just people relating to the stuff that I post. It makes me feel good also because I know that the content I'm putting out is quality because the people are reacting to it.
Yes. So you're taking a potentially difficult situation but turning it into a positive because you're like, well, it's content.
And it's funny.
Yes,
it's funny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everyone needs to see the funny side of things, 100%.
Right.
So if you could choose one thing then, what do you think the secret to your success as an influencer so far is? So what do you think is making you grow? What do you think is leading you to success at the moment that you're doing?
I would have to say tuning everybody out and just doing what my heart tells me to do.
Yes.
And kind of like not telling everyone my next move or what I'm doing.
Okay.
Because everybody that's happy for you isn't always happy for you, if you know what I mean.
Yes, yeah, I know exactly
so
what you mean.
I'm sharing, but at the same time, I'm keeping certain things a little bit,
undercover,
quiet until I'm ready to share. You know what I mean?
Okay, interesting, yeah.
And it's still fairly new, like I said. So some people are like really happy for me, and then there's some people that are like, won't last long, or
Yes, yeah. Some people still don't quite believe that it's a career, but again, that's probably because they actually wish they could do that.
I think that also, because okay, maybe you can't do it, so you don't want to believe somebody else can.
Yeah, yeah, because it's showing them what's possible, but they're just not doing it.
Exactly, and that's why I always say, if you want to do something, tune everybody out, just do it.
Yes, there it is. Nike's definitely right with that one.
Exactly.
Brilliant advice, definitely. So, what are your current goals as an influencer moving forward then? So, where would you like your influencing career to go from now, basically?
Okay, so moving forward, I would just like to grow my audience. Just be, I don't want to say an inspiration because I don't do anything special, but just be like a person that everybody can be like, oh, that's the cool mom, that's the relatable mom, she's the one that, that'll make you laugh or turn any situation into something positive or humorous, just to kind of put a smile on people's faces, if anything.
Yeah, which I think you are already doing.
I think so.
But yeah,
so that's pretty much my goal.
I suppose. And
I love making people laugh and making them smile, anything, just to brighten somebody's day. It makes me happy.
I definitely think content with children helps to do that as well, because they're so funny and everyone just loves to see a cute little toddler.
And it makes people smile, kids always make people smile.
Yes, 100%, definitely. Especially when they're doing naughty things, that's always funny.
Exactly, it's funny, you have to laugh.
So where do you see yourself as an influencer in 5 years' time from now?
Okay, so 5 years from now, I am hoping that I don't want to say I'm a household name, but at least people can be like, oh, I know her from social media, or that's the Instagram girl, or the meta influencer. Just like, not to say that I want to be famous, because everybody does in some way.
Yeah.
But I just want it to be more like not being recognized for being famous, but just being recognized for being somebody that's just like you.
Yes.
But I'm sharing my life with you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So like, follow me on my journey and see where we end up.
Yeah. So not being famous.
So honestly speaking, 5 years from now, I have no idea where I'll be.
Oh yeah.
But I hope that if I did this in 1 year, in 4 more, then I'm assuming, because we never know, that, you know, my ultimate goal is a long-term brand deal with a big company.
Yes.
I've gotten some deals with some good brands, but, you know, they're like one and done.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking to, like, you know, make those kind of connections where, you know, they're long-term partnerships and just, you know, ways where I don't have to worry about income on a daily basis.
Yes,
and that, you know, I'm able to do what I love and be able to spend time with my kids. That's my goal.
So a bit more security as well.
Yes. Security, more time with my family, and, you know, just what everybody else wants, not to have to worry about financials, you know?
Especially at the moment in the world.
Especially the way the world is going right now, and prices of food, everything is just ridiculous. And when you have the amount of children I have, you need
that is so true.
You need that income.
Yeah, no, 100%. So what is your dream brand to work with then? So you mentioned that you'd like a long-term partnership. Nike.
Nike, you know, Gucci, Prada, anything like that would be awesome. But then I'm also open to things like Disney, Nickelodeon, because, you know, I have small children. So I'm also open to those kind of things. My 1-year-old loves Bluey, you know, things like that. I would even be excited about.
So open to anything really, but a few in mind that you think that would be really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. I think back to the security thing with jobs as well. I think anyone who's sort of self-employed, because influencers are technically self-employed, you know, there's always a bit less security there, but, you know, the pros, I think, in a job like that far outweigh the cons, you know, because you've got the flexibility, you know, you enjoy what you're doing, you know, so sometimes it's worth a bit more of a risk, you know, in that sense.
It is a risk, and this is why I think when I said I wanted to do it, people were trying to discourage me.
Yes.
Because it is a risk. But honestly speaking, the only way to make anything happen or reach a goal or do anything you want to do is to take the risk. There is no other way.
No,
so the only way you know if you're going to fail or not is to take the risk. So that's my advice to anybody who wants to do this, whether it's social media influencing or being an actor, an actress, a dancer, whatever it may be.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just, you know what I mean? That's what you have to do.
Yeah. And so your main goal, you know, you'd like to be not famous as far as like being a celebrity goes, but famous for being, like you said, you know, a household name, thinking, you know, people know who you are not because you've got a certain surname or something, you know, but because of what you do and what you provide to people online.
Exactly. And stuff that's relatable and stuff, you know, to make you feel like, oh, this person could be my friend. We're a lot alike.
Exactly.
So that's kind of like my goal.
So what is your best piece of advice for those wanting to become or grow as an influencer within your niche? So I guess any influencers, but specifically so people that want to be a lifestyle influencer like yourself.
Well, first of all, be consistent.
Yes, definitely.
Keep posting, even if you're not getting the views at first. Keep posting, be consistent. And even just like, I tried this too, and it actually worked. Shoot your shot. Like, if you see a brand that you want to work with, send them an email, send them a DM, tell them what you're trying to do, and they will reply. You know, if they're interested, they will look at your page. That's for sure. If they like your content, they will reply. I've gotten deals by me approaching, you know, companies just randomly.
Yeah, definitely.
And, you know, even one time my daughter was like, Mom, you can't just email a big company like that. They probably get hundreds of emails they probably get hundreds of emails every day. They're not going to look at it or respond, and I got a response within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's just like you have to take the chance. You have to take the chance. So that's my advice. And just take the chance, take the risk. Don't listen to anybody, especially anybody that's speaking negatively, and just do what makes you happy. If it makes you happy, do it.
Yes.
And that's how you're going to be successful. If it doesn't make you happy, you won't be successful.
And if you enjoy it and it makes you happy, you're more likely to be consistent.
And you're more likely to, exactly.
And that'll bring you the success.
Exactly, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Yes, exactly. Instead of, chasing a niche because you think people will want to see it.
Right.
You
This
don't
is something
enjoy.
I really
Yeah,
like. Yes. So
exactly.
when it's something you really like, it's not really a job.
Yes, no, that is so true.
So,
So I'm going to throw in one bonus question now to finish us
okay.
off. So what kind of content do you enjoy creating the most and why? So for example, on Instagram, do you prefer photo posts, swipe posts, video posts, or reels? Stuff like
Real.
that. So what? Reels?
I prefer reels because on Instagram, the way to grow is reels.
Yes.
Because once you get thrown in the algorithm, you get seen by so many other people, which brings you followers, it brings you an audience. So for me, the goal there is just to keep on posting.
Yes, definitely.
And just, you know what I mean, stick to what you know, what you like, and don't let anyone deter you from your goal.
Yeah, and I also think reels as well, like you can be a bit more interactive with them in the sense that, your viewers can see you like, talking, moving about, doing things instead of just in a photo where it's easy to kind of pose. Do you know what I mean?
The reels are more like you follow along with me, like come with me and see how this is done or
Yes,
see how
exactly.
I do this, as opposed to just a picture. Because like they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. I could look at the picture and make my own assumption of what's going on. But when it's a reel, it's live. I'm talking with you. You guys are like seeing what's going on. So I just feel like it's more intimate and it's more relatable, and people enjoy watching reels more than looking at pictures.
Yes, and like you said, you've got to, do what the algorithm wants you to do. So, if Instagram's going to show a reel to your followers more than the picture, then you've got to do what you got to do.
Because that's how your audience is going to grow. The only way your audience can grow is if you make reels.
Yes.
Because the photos are only going to be shown to your followers. Reels get put in the algorithm and you get seen by millions of people all over the world.
Exactly. See, there's a lot more to influencing than I think people think.
Yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to touch up on really quick. People tend to think, and I've seen people make comments like this on social media, why do influencers get paid? They don't do anything. They just get free stuff. And what they need to know is that 7-second reel, 10-second reel, whatever it may be, can take up to 8 hours.
Oh, it takes so long. Yeah.
Right. So the shooting, the editing, the audio, all of this has to come together and mesh in order for it to be quality content to have a chance to go viral.
Yeah, exactly.
So I get a little bit upset when people say, oh, influencers get paid to do nothing. It's really a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Like I said, I like doing it, but there's a lot that goes into it.
Yes.
The 7 seconds that everyone's seeing, it was more like 7 or 8 hours of my time that went into those 7 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, people say social media is a highlight reel, and it literally is. Like, they don't see the behind the scenes. It is the highlight of that day.
And all that goes into making this one little 7-second clip. It's a lot to it.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Just that's another thing that people need to know. It's not easy. It's time consuming, and we do not get paid for nothing. It's a lot of work.
Exactly. Well, that is all the questions. Thank you again for answering them. I think we raised some important points there. Is there anything else you want to add before we finish?
No, I would just like to say thank you for the opportunity. It was an honor and a pleasure speaking with you.
You too. Thank you.
Hopefully, maybe in 4 years from now, we'll be speaking again at a better level.
Definitely. Yes. Let's have a part 2 then.
Yes, sir. All right.